Hey everyone, it's Kendra. I'm from Blue Legacy Designs, and I'm kind of doing behind the scenes of some of the things that I make in my shop. Today I'm going to make this little paracord keychain, which is a Survivor paracord keychain that you can see in my Etsy shop. What you're going to need is a lighter, a little pair of scissors. I have this little Survivor, I don't know if you can see it very well. It's a Survivor little ring. You can see it like that. And then this is just like the little hooky thingy that you can hook. And I usually take this part off just because I'm going to need it. It's kind of tricky, but I usually take that off. And you're going to need some paracord. I usually do, it's pretty long. Now it's all tangled up. But I usually do like an arm, like with your arms all the way out. And so I use a clipboard just to hold my stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish it. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember how I do this. But we'll do it this way and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you can see how I'm doing this. And you just kind of fish it through. Like that. So that's going to be like this part right here, so you know that it's connected. I don't know if you can see that part. Those are my keys. I'm going to kind of clamp it right there so it'll hold it. You kind of want to measure how long you want it to be. So this right here is probably about 5 or 6 inches. And I don't really have a ruler up here, but you can kind of measure it and see. Actually, I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to put it on this part, the Survivor part. And then this eventually will go into this, which I don't have the Survivor one on mine, but eventually I gotta make a new one. Maybe this will be my new one. So, and then what we're gonna do is take this little piece and fish it through. I might have to cut some of this part off just because it's a nuisance and it's gonna be hard to fish it through here because this is kind of tiny. Alright, now we're just going to switch it around. Switch it around and I'm going to clamp it right there. So it's kind of sturdy, it holds it while you're... What I do is I just kind of make the knots on this side to hold it. Sometimes you can just do a knot. Maybe not. I can do that one. Make a knot on that side, and you're going to use the same one for this. mean, they're both kind of going the same direction. That's fine. But you just kind of make it tight as you can. And you can take off the clamp and like make it really tight if you need to. I'm actually going to redo this one because I just don't like the way the knot looks. Just do it the other way. There we go. It still looks the same way. Oh well, we'll go with it. Actually, I don't like that, so. So we had a snowstorm today, which was nice because I was able to go outside and enjoy the snow a bit. I think I'm doing this the wrong way. It's a cobra stitch, which I'm still even trying to like get it together here. I haven't even started it yet. Okay, well, we're just going to go with it. And that will... Okay. So what you're going to do first, I just take whatever side, you know, I start with. You take the side, I make it look like a C. C for Cancer. I'm going to put it over the 2. I'm going to take this one, and you're going to put it over, and then you're going to put it up through here. And you pull through. And then kind of hold that down, get it up there, and tighten. You can take it off here and see how I'm doing that. It's kind of crooked, but you can straighten it out. So this part right here, you're going to start on this side. Make a backward C. Bring it over this long part. And then you're going to go underneath and fish it through. And you have that knot right there. So you always start on the side of the knot. Over, over, and through this part over here. I'm very visual. I don't know all the technical terms. I just know that's how I do it. So we're over here, and we're going to start over here. Oops, sorry about that. So backward C, over, lift it up, and push it under through there. And see, you're starting to get that cobra stitch going on. Get a little bit closer so you can see it. And these are kind of, from what I know, they're called survivors, like survivor paracord knots and stuff like that. And I thought it was kind of neat just because, you know, when you're going through cancer, that's the first thing your mind goes to is survivor mode. And, you know, you can carry this around, remind you that, hey, I'm still surviving. Keep surviving. You can do it. Get through sometimes it's just every second of the day. Just 1 second at a time. 1 minute at a time. an hour at a time, can I get through my chemo session? You know, I think those that are cancer survivors can understand what I'm talking about. One day at a time. And so you just continue to go through. And see, I think I messed up on that one. Yeah, I did a double one. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking too much. Start over here. And it's a fairly fast process once you get the hang of it. Sometimes I have to remind myself how to do it. But it's, you know, I came up with this idea because, you know, I do hand stamp jewelry, and I had all these things for the women, nothing for the guys. And I was like, oh, gotta find something that the guys are gonna like. And so I had to think of something, and I found these little survivor little key ring things, and I thought, oh, that's a great idea. Guys can carry this around that are, you know, they make great gifts for, you know, people that are going through it, or ones that have overcome it, and great little gifts, especially those, like if you ever make like a get well, not really a get well bag, but, you know, a care package for someone. You know, during my time of treatment and my journey and everything, I had some, you know, my colleagues at work at the time, I was working retail, but they just made this huge bag of like goodies and crossword puzzles and, you know, stuff that I can do when I'm sitting in my chemo chair, or just sitting at home relaxing, just trying to, you know, get over the nausea or whatever I was experiencing that day. And it helped so much to receive something like that. And it's just the little things, you know, that help us get us through that moment. And as you see, it's coming along pretty good. Pretty cool, huh? And it's pretty sturdy. I carry mine around. I'm probably going to use this one for myself. And then, see, you're coming down to the end. And this is the tricky part, because then you have to finish it off. You have to cut it really, you know, tight. And you get down to a limited finger space that you can work at. If you don't have the time, maybe, to make something like this, you can always go to bluelegacydesigns.com, and it's in my shop. It's, I'm sorry, little bubble there. And they are for sale. All right. So that's the end of that. So this is pretty much what it looks like. And so now we got to finish it. So what we're going to do is cut. I use these little scissors. These are my sentimental scissors. Believe it or not, they've been sterilized. I've sterilized them. I've used them, had an ostomy bag, and I used those to cut precise measurements of what I needed to do when I had changed my bag and everything. If you don't know what an ostomy is, it's, you know, when you have a colon resection, it's the part where everything that comes out of your colon goes into the bag. And so I had to deal with that for probably a few months, 4 months, which wasn't too bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these a little bit shorter so I can work with it. And this is the tricky part, at least for me. And I try to find a space where I can just kind of fish it through. And some people just, you know, they just burn the ends where they're at. And I just kind of want to make it so it's secure enough. And, you know, so when I send this out to someone who's ordered it, that it's, you know, pretty secure. sometimes you can go through the back side too. And try to avoid that. And sometimes it's not so pretty when you have to burn, but it's just, you know, part of the process. So I'm going to not sure if that's going to be sturdy enough. And sometimes you can cut this excess stuff too if it gets in the way. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys, you know, a little bit behind the scenes of my studio and what I do. Give you guys, and this is my lighter. Hopefully I have enough in there. I don't know if I do or not. So, moment of truth. Let's do the back side first. Either side, whatever side. Kind of try to cut it as close as I can. And you'll see this part right here. See the little part right there? You're going to burn that. So, it won't be so pretty, but I see it just burns and it melts. You have to be careful because they get all hot. And sometimes I try to burn it to the part so it will kind of stick and be secure where it's at. So this part right here, and burn it with the lighter. I don't know if you can see that. I think I'm almost out of my lighter fluid. Just enough. And now kind of press down with this. Can I get this again? Nice and toasty. And press it down. Not sure if that one's gonna be secure enough, but and there you have it. We have our Survivor paracord keychain. And the next step, I'm just going to put the extra key ring right here. Just kind of put it on this one. And then you can hook your keys to it. And then this is the hook for like if you put it on your belt loop or your, for me, I put it on my purse so I don't lose it. But I just want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for more videos. BlueLegacyDesigns.com is where you can purchase this keychain. It's a really great gift for that colon cancer survivor. And list your comments below, and I'll have a link in the description as well. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.